Guys, just doing a quick video to check in today. It's September 15th, and it's been a long time since my last check-in video. I think like 6 weeks or something. I guess I haven't really checked in because there hasn't been a whole lot to say. I've been continually doing the work every day in the mornings, and I think on the 11th was my 4th month of doing it every day, so that's pretty cool. I did have an assignment that came up about 3 weeks ago. That was a 2-week assignment, like 12 hours a day, Monday through Saturday. So I did that, and it was, very good contract. It paid very well, but I was super nervous about it when it first came up because it was a big change for our lifestyle, and I do a lot of stuff around the house. So I was kind of like griping about it, but my husband told me, just do it. You're going to pass through it. So I had that assignment, and even then with the 12-hour days, I continued meditating. I stayed with the work. I've had some challenges keeping my energy up. I'm just going to be honest, just keeping myself in like a state of grace. There have been some challenges that definitely caused me to kind of fall from grace and to complain. I'm trying not to do that, and to judge and to sort of be controlling. And that's somebody I'm trying to move on from. So I still am actively working on removing that aspect of my personality and creating a personality that is more grateful, that is more kind, more loving, more accepting of myself, because I tend to be hard on myself. So I guess the reason I was prompted to record this video, though, was I've been really wanting to go to an advanced workshop. And in fact, I've been, that's one of the things I work on in the meditations, that I try to manifest a workshop. And one of them I've been looking at is a Dr. Joe workshop that's actually here in the state of Florida where I am. And I was like, oh my gosh, I saw one that came up. So I've been watching it. And, maybe every couple of weeks or so for like the past several months, I've been going on the website and I'm like, is it going to open yet? Is it going to open? And they actually moved it back. It was supposed to happen in October, but they moved it back to January because of COVID. And I kind of looked at it and I was like, gosh, and that's another concern is COVID too. And I've tried to kind of be measured about it. I didn't want to go like the height right now. And well, they ended up moving the workshop back to January, and I was like, oh, great, there's maybe a chance I could go. And they just announced that it's open. It's going to open actually 1 week from now, 1 week from today. And when I saw the announcement, I wasn't excited. I was actually, my first reaction was like sort of defeatist, because I felt like it's a lot of money. It's like several $1,000s it'll be for me to go, and we still owe a lot of taxes. We still, we have some debt accounts, and it would not be the practical thing to do. So guys, I don't think I explained adequately how broke we are right now. And I took this picture the day that I recorded that video because this is change that we counted out so we could buy groceries. One of my clients didn't pay me last week like they were supposed to, and it just kind of like, we just came off a big trip. We just spent a lot of money, so we don't have any reserves built up, and we literally are counting quarters to get groceries. So that's how broke we are right now. And then this workshop opens next week, and it's anticipated to sell out really quickly. So I just feel like the likelihood of me actually being able to go is very slim to none. But I really want to go. I want to have this opportunity. And one of the things I'm working on in my meditations is abundance. Abundance is the first one, and then worthiness is the second thing that I'm trying to manifest. And the abundance piece, I'm trying to manifest basically being debt-free, having plenty in the bank account, and just being free, not being cash strapped. So being able to do what we want to do. We're not, limited by finances. And for the worthiness, I want to manifest, a sense of self-worth, but I also want to manifest a workshop because I feel, worthy of being able to attend the workshop. But it's just so expensive. I've never done anything like that for myself, that expensive, or anything, any kind of retreat like that. So it's something I've been working on manifesting, but at the same time I struggle because I don't want to force the hand of the divine. Maybe this isn't supposed to be my first workshop. And it's, like I said earlier, it's not a practical thing to do. It's not, especially financially right now, it's not, we could do it possibly, but it's not a financially practical decision. So it's something I kind of, when I saw the announcement, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know, because I just felt like it's something I would not be able to do. But I have a week to think about it. I have a week to work on my meditations. I really would like to go, and I'm going to talk to my husband about it and see how he feels, and we'll see. So if it doesn't work out this time around, I'm just going to keep meditating. And one thing I will say is that I've been at it for 4 months, and we have come up with a new vehicle, which has been great, and it's opened a ton of doors. We had a great anniversary trip a week ago, and my husband's business is going just great, great, great. So I do feel like I'm seeing results. I haven't seen anything that's like, a lightning strike, like a bag of gold on our doorstep or something like that. But I do attribute some of the things that I'm seeing to the work that I'm doing. But it doesn't change overnight. So I've been watching some testimonials like in my spare time. I've actually made a mind movie too on abundance. I watch that in the morning and I watch it at night. And I've been watching testimonials kind of in my free time, and these testimonials are just like so inspirational. They're such gems. And like my favorite ones are the ones where people were talking at Dr. Dispenza's conferences, because he adds in sort of his take on it, his interpretation. I really like that. It's almost like you get to go to his conference for free. So I was watching one that really touched me, and it was one of his students at the advanced workshop, and she had cancer. And it was a story of her, like, since her diagnosis. Basically, she had gone to a Dr. Joe workshop before the diagnosis, and she didn't really know why, but she'd gone to one. And after she got the diagnosis, she basically was like, I refuse to believe that. I'm not going to believe that I have cancer. And so she kept going and going, and she kept doing the meditations, and every 6 weeks she would get a diagnosis that was even worse. They'd say, well, it's this type of cancer. It's a really rare disease, and we have to fly you over to Houston to take care of it. And so she, would fly over to another hospital, and they would, confirm the diagnosis, and then she'd get a second opinion, and 6 weeks later it would be like grim. And the story was she kept doing it anyway. She kept meditating and doing the work anyway and staying positive. And eventually the cancer just went away, and she didn't have to take the 18 rounds of chemo they were trying to have her take. She didn't even have to take the maintenance medication like they told her to. And she was like, nope, I refuse to. I haven't done it in 2 years. She just keeps doing Dr. Joe's work. But the thing that really inspired me about that particular story is that she had every reason from the external world around her to decide that she was in a bad situation, to believe that she was in a bad situation, but she refused to believe it. And she kept doing Dr. Joe's work despite a complete act of faith, despite any kind of external stimuli, any kind of, I think for me, God, I'm like, if I had this cancer and it was like a really scary situation, I'm like doing all this work and it's 6 weeks into it, and I got a diagnosis that it was worse, I feel like it would make me really question the work. It would make me question my willpower to do it. And I just really respected her resolve and like her ability to just push through despite the situation not changing as fast as she would have liked it. And everybody in these testimonials, every time they kind of summarize the work, they say, keep doing the work. Like when they have words of wisdom, continue. That's what they always say. And so for me, I'm in a point, I've been doing it for 4 months every day now. It's not that long of a time. And I have to remind myself that even though I'm not seeing the things that I'm manifesting in my mind movie, the things that I'm visualizing in my mind movie, I haven't seen them yet, but it doesn't mean it's not working. And I have to keep doing the work. And that's kind of how I feel about this conference. I really want to go to it. It's right here in my backyard, but it may not be the best financial decision for us right now. And I'm not going to let that get me down. I'm not going to let that, make me say that, oh, we're not manifesting abundance. This isn't working, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to keep doing this work, guys. I'm going to keep at it. And I believe it. And I've just seen so many amazing people in these testimonials. And yeah, that's really all I have to say is that I hope that to record these videos, they're not so exciting. They're kind of like status quo, but I hope to record them so there can be a nice long log of just, that you have to work through it, that you have to do the work and you may not necessarily see results and you have to keep doing it anyway. And so that's my intent with these, is to provide a real-time kind of log of my journey. And I hope that one day I have a really exciting, really cool story or manifestation or, you know, mystical experience. But in the meantime, I think these are valuable as well, just to document all the times that you kind of have to walk by faith and keep doing it without seeing anything. So I, you know, really appreciate you guys watching this video. And I don't know what's going to happen with the workshop. I might go, I might not. I'm just kind of staying open. And regardless, I'm going to keep doing the work.